Good evening and welcome. Um, I just want to have few minutes discussions with you. My people are here for a picnic, and they are playing. So I just wanted to have a quick chat. You probably could see where uh, we are we are having some kind of picnic, and just want to have few minutes discussions with you. I brought out my peeps for a picnic, and so let me just discuss with you um five things, just five things you need to understand and do this year if you want. Sorry, you'll be hearing noise. I'm in a place where you'll be hearing a lot of noise, so don't mind the noise. Now, if you want to take some actions that are going to be very, very powerful to your life, if you want to do things that will help you have geometric, progression, not just arithmetic progression, there are a few things you should know. One is that you must understand what I call the pilot's mentality. Pilots, the guys who fly the airplane. The pilot's mentality. The pilot mentality is about loneliness. It's about understanding how to, you know, be quiet in a quiet place and be comfortable with being lonely, with being quiet. You see, I will always tell my friends, if you need to lift up something as big as the airplane, you need to lift it up and drive it and land it, pilot it very well. You must understand the power of loneliness. You must understand the power of being yourself, staying in your space, and being happy there. So, the pilot's mentality is that helps you to actually do quite a lot of work in your quiet place. You see, now um, if you look at the sorry, I need to check something. If you look at the um, guys who founded some of the great religions, who founded some of the powerful organizations, who founded some, almost all of them never lived a very gregarious life. Almost all never lived a very gregarious life, lots like moving around, jumping around, you know, they all lived a life of quietness, a life of, some level of solitude, a life of being able to, you know, be in their quiet place and think things through. And, what I call the pilot's life, the pilot's mindset. You must understand that. So if you've got that, now the second, mindset I want you to have is, or action I want you to take is, kill the TV mindset. Now, kill the TV mindset simply means that every time you are watching television, if it is not adding up to who you are becoming, know that it makes no sense. If you're watching television and it's not adding up to who you want to be, to who you are becoming, it makes no sense. If you go on chatting and you go on just scrolling through the Instagram and Twitter, and it's not adding to your own growth, it makes no sense. So you must understand in 2023 how to divide time. Maybe you say 30 minutes from television or 30 minutes from social media, and you divide it and put it into some other things. It could be you want to develop your superpowers. It could be you want to work on your discipline and concentration. It could be you want to read more books. Whatever it is you want to do, yeah, you must kill the television. Television is a metaphor for entertainment that is not adding up to anything. Yeah, entertainment that is not actually building your vision. Please, in my own life, I think I work hard and I play hard. So I'm not against you having pleasure, entertaining yourself, because as you see, we cannot take our money or our fame to the grave or to God. We have to leave all of them here. So you must understand how to pamper yourself, be happy, and all those. But you see, you must also understand how to work hard. So cue television, cue tech, and use them. Don't allow them to use you. Yeah. So most people you're watching all the skits, you're watching all the politicians, you're watching arguing, all they are living their dreams. If what you are reading is not helping your own dream, put it off. Go and pursue your own dream. Then the third thing I want you to understand is what I call kill. Kill. Um, sorry, because I'm using handset. I couldn't just edit. I don't have the time to edit the scrolling bar. So it is scrolling what happened last. So it's not scrolling what I'm doing at the moment. And yeah. Um okay, it's not scrolling what I'm reading at the moment. So I'm not able to remove it. Okay, but it's okay. Let's go ahead. So now, so the third thing I was trying to talk about was about turning pro. Yeah, you need to turn pro in your life. What it means to turn pro is you've done this thing for 2 years, you've done it for 5 years, you've done it for 10 years. It is now time to become a super professional in that thing. Become the most sought after person in that thing you are doing. Turn pro big time and full time in that thing you are doing. So in 2023, turn pro, ask yourself, what are some of the things that I'm doing that I should turn pro in? I should turn pro in them. So you turn pro in those things. Turn pro. Become the most sought after person, become the most knowledgeable person in that thing you are doing. What does it take? It takes building your skill in that. If you can give 30 minutes a day to increase your skill in whatever it is you are doing, yeah, you're going to see an exponential growth in your life as you go ahead. Then the next thing is should have what I call ego's confidence. Now, I'm in the in the what do you call it in a picnic spot. So if you have questions to ask me, I'm going to be here for a few more moments. If you have questions, you can just write on the chat box and I will answer you. So I was talking about ego's confidence. You see, I've noticed in my own life that nothing makes you more successful quickly and sustainably as confidence. Nothing. Nothing makes you more successful quickly and more sustainably as confidence. Confidence is so powerful that if you don't have it, you can't really have anything else. Confidence is your authorization to us who are watching you, who are listening to you, who want to buy your worth. Your authorization to us to believe that what you are doing, what you are saying is true. That's what we call confidence. your authorization to us that what you are saying, what you are doing is true. That's what we call confidence. If you have confidence, you can sell your wares. If you have confidence, you can convince people. If you have confidence, you are able to pursue your dream and people will believe in what you are saying. If you have confidence, you will be able to say, this is what I want, and people will be ready to pay for it. Sorry. So confidence is so powerful and so important. Anything you are doing, you don't have confidence. But how do you, anything you're doing, you don't have confidence, you cannot actually become very successful at it. But how to develop confidence? Confidence is a function of having the attitude, the skills, and the knowledge required for that thing. If you are told to leave the airplane off, the runway, or you are short, you would prefer to be short than lifting it up. Why? You don't have the knowledge on how to do it. If you even succeed in lifting it up, know how do you bring it down? So it makes you cringe regarding, how you can lift the airplane off the ground. So you're ready to die instead of doing that. Why? Because you don't have the attitude, the skill, and the knowledge. Because of that, you don't have the confidence to, pilot that airplane. If you're given something big, if you are called, I can remember many years ago, maybe more than a decade and a half ago, more than, yeah, I've told the stories. A commissioner called me and said, okay, prepare a proposal to do this and this and that for our ministries. What Ministry of Education? Yes, maybe more than, maybe somewhere around 70 years ago. You know, I was already working, in the university, I have a job and all this, but I also was doing consultancy. When the commissioner told me that in the state, I didn't see her again for for weeks, and she kept calling, "Hey, Kale, where's the proposal? Where's the proposal?" I couldn't bring that proposal. It was to train, secondary school, the whole of the secondary school, senior secondary school students in the 27 local government of that state. I ran away. You see, why did I run away? I know how to do that, but I don't have the attitude. I don't have the requisite skill to handle that job in that magnitude. I don't have the knowledge to handle that job in that skill. So I ran. That is what we call demon today. Yeah, that is demonic. How could you run away when, as a young person, that money could have meant so much for me. It could have given me too much head start. But you see, I ran away simply because I don't have the confidence. And the confidence is not because I don't know something about it, but I don't have the attitude, skill, and knowledge to carry out the job at that magnitude. And I didn't have the knowledge and skill to assemble the team that can do the job at that time. So I ran away. So you must have confidence, and confidence is a function of your attitude, your skill, and your knowledge. When I say attitude, I'm saying, how do you see reality? That's what I call attitude. How do you perceive reality? I give, I give, I give, you know, a simple example that you can find in the Bible. David, when he saw Goliath, he never called Goliath the giant of God. He called Goliath the uncircumcised Philistines, and the uncircumcised Philistines defying the Lord's army. That's what he called him. Now, he never saw him as a giant. When you come into a city, maybe you are new in a city, I'm in front of Transcorp right now, and a lot of people in this city, yeah, this is Transcorp. I do hope you see that. So this is Transcorp. I'm in front of it. A lot of people in this city have not gone into this Transcorp to do what? To go and check how much is a room here. They don't do that. Why? It's not because they're not making money, but as far as they're concerned, this is not in their league. It belongs to politicians, it belongs to richer people, it belongs to greater people, and that is demonic. When you come to a place like a city like this, look at all the beautiful things like the big hotels, the big, you know, organizations you can work for, the big ministries, department, and agencies that you can consult for. Go there, let them push you away. Don't go because you just want to get the job. Go so that they can push you away. Don't, you know, go there. So it leads me to the fourth thing. The fourth thing, I call it vulnerability intelligence. If you need to be successful in this year, you must understand vulnerability intelligence. Vulnerability intelligence is when you do things, when you lay yourself bare. You are not doing it just trying to protect. Yes, but let me tell you, I'm going to explain the vulnerability intelligence more. Let me tell you something. If, for instance, you please, if you are here, I wouldn't mind you just writing um on the chat box your name and where you are logging in from. Yeah, if you're on YouTube or WhatsApp, yes, on YouTube or WhatsApp, rather on YouTube or Facebook. If you've not subscribed, please do and share it with your friends. Yeah. Now this year, I want to see how much of some time I can have. That is why I don't want this thing to be so very official. I sit down in my studio to know anywhere I am now, in the car, in the office, on the road, in a meeting. If I can just teach you one thing, I'll just put on the camera and just do that. So now vulnerability intelligence. Now I was trying to say most times when everything is picture perfect, it doesn't get as much attention as when it is very vulnerable and almost funnily useless. For instance, if you have this training I'm doing right now, and as I'm doing it, cockroach will come and perch here, and I'll fight the cockroach, or cockroach will just fly through my face, or on the wall behind me or something, or you are seeing something funny or disgraceful. Yeah, you are seeing somebody picking something from the boot, and the person is not wearing clothes or something. You know, foolish things are the things that make the news. So whenever you want things to be perfect, most times they don't even trend. So understanding vulnerability intelligence is understanding that even this world created by God is a perfect world. But you see, the good and the bad and the ugly, they are sitting together. For instance, I am physically challenged. I am disabled in my lower limbs. I had polio when I was about 1 year, 6 months. And this is a beautiful world. Yes? Now, it is a beautiful world because when you see me with my disability and then you see your own legs, then we complement each other. You find out that, oh, being physically challenged and he is not against God, probably you could somehow, yeah, you could somehow not also be against God. Yeah, somehow. It helps you. Thank you, Collins. Thank you, Tonya. Yes, thank you, Tonya. Yeah, Tonya is my wonderful friend and my real estate consultant. Okay. Now, being vulnerable is knowing that things may go bad. That is why I always tell you, be unblackmailable. Be that kind of person. Nobody blackmails you. Be that person who is always ready to be blackmailed. You are very, very ready to be blackmailed. Okay? You are not afraid. Yeah? Um, Okay, my friend Collins is saying something. He said, all you said is true. One time I got a job and I didn't have the skills to do that job. I lost it because I didn't have the confidence. I went back to my space and I built my confidence. Super. Thank you, Collins. It's so wonderful. I built my confidence. Now I don't care the demands of my clients. I'm very confident to deliver. My name is Chinedi Collins. I'm watching from Imo State. Thank you, Nedus. Thank you so much. Wonderful. So, most times people will always talk about luck. Luck. I'm going to go back to vulnerability intelligence. People will always talk about luck. Yeah, they want to strike something luckily and all those. Luck is when, yeah, Auntie, go with those things. Yeah, go. Luck is when you have preparation meeting opportunity. When you are prepared and you see something, now you say, oh, wow, I can be part of it. I can be part of this. Anytime you are not prepared and you see an opportunity, what happens is that you will go back to prepare. By the time you come back, that opportunity is gone. So every every preparation must precede opportunity. I want you to write this down. Every preparation must precede opportunity. If your opportunity precedes preparation, you have failure. If preparation precedes opportunity, you have success. Yeah. If you understand this, you will understand what it means to actually prepare. But back to vulnerability intelligence. Now, most times you mustn't know everything. Yes, you must be vulnerable. You shouldn't know everything. Anybody who knows everything is mad, is stupid, is not reasonable. You can know everything. You even if you have 3 million, 3 billion, lifetimes, you can't know everything. So the most important thing is being able to have the skill to be able to know where to get your solution, being able to have the skill to be able to know where to get your help. That's a skill on its own. Being able to know where to get your help is a skill of its own. Okay. Now in entrepreneurship, we talk about EMT, entrepreneurship, entrepreneurs, manager, and technician. An entrepreneur doesn't know everything, but he knows where to get his help. That is why an entrepreneur who doesn't have a mechanical engineering knowledge can operate a mechanical engineering business, because he knows how to put process in place and be able to manage all the people he's bringing in, as far as he can bring in the businesses. So it's very important to know that your ability to understand how to where to find your you know your solution or help, and be able to ask for that help, is also part of vulnerability intelligence. Don't claim and do as if you know everything. Yes, ask, seek, knock. Ask for help, seek for help, knock the doors you should knock when you should, but knock from the perspective of value. Don't knock from the perspective of just beggar. Yes, you just want, oh, please can you help me? Oh, please can you help me? Oh, please can you help? For how long should you be helped? For how long? Okay, so you gotta understand what it means to actually, sorry, what it means to actually be a person of value. In conclusion, if you have any question, please you ask on at the chat box. This is live, so that I'm able to answer your question. If you have any question, I'm here. My kids are having picnic. I don't want to bring them into the camera. Yes, you know. So they're having picnic. So let me allow them. Um, okay. So let me allow them. They're still busy now. So if you have any question you ask, then I will answer you. Now, I was trying to talk about learning. If you understand, one of the greatest superpowers you will have, or you can discover, is to know that God has given you the ability to learn everything. He's giving you the ability to learn everything and anything. ability to learn everything and anything. That's one of the superpowers you should have and you will have. So now, what decisions are you making of learning in 2023? Learning should be like breathing for you. The more you learn, the more you earn. The more you learn, the better you become. The more your value goes up. The more they're able to pay you more. You see, one thing about learning is if you keep learning at a particular time, you don't pursue things, things pursue you. Learning is so important. Okay, so you've got to learn and learn. Yeah, so if you've got that, um oh, my friend asked a question. He said, is weariness, I'm sorry, let me read. My friend Collins is asking, is weariness, um just let me find it, his question. He said, is weariness part of the reason why people lose confidence? 100%. People can just get weary because they've tried and tried and tried and tried, and they are worn out and they feel, yeah, they lose confidence. So you can lose confidence, number one, majorly because of your programming. So when you were small, when you started work, when you started school, yeah, people talk to you in a particular way, or something happened that killed your confidence. Growing up, a lot of people ask me when I talk about my vision, they ask me, is it with this your leg that you are going to achieve all these things you're mentioning? I am different. So anywhere I say my family is here in picnic, but I'm inside the car because I don't want to start coming out, moving around. It's difficult to move around. So you see, if you don't take time, it will affect your confidence. Your circumstances, where you live, where you stay, the kind of car you drive, your educational background, you know, um, the people around you who told you can't do it, the kind of economic circumstances you have, all the things you've tried and failed in, if you allow them to all come into you, you become weary, you lose your confidence, and you don't even know how to start. So you see, and then the greatest reason after programming why people are not confident is lack of vulnerability intelligence, lack of it. What does that mean? A lot of people, opposite of vulnerability is perfectionism. Yeah, a lot of people are so perfectionistic and they don't understand that perfectionism is, you know, it's an inversion, disguised inversion, and an incomplete inversion of inferiority complex. So you want everything to be perfect before you start. You want everything to no. Great people don't want everything perfect. There is nothing called perfection and excellence. There's nothing. You can only attempt part of that. That is why in your head, yeah, you should not be defined by the car you are riding. You shouldn't be defined by your academic qualification. You see, I have a PhD, but as far as I'm concerned, there's a difference between schooling and education. Schooling is what we did to have PhD. It is okay, it is nice, it can boost your ego, but it is nothing if you cannot use it to become powerful. That is schooling. So you did assignments, cram things, and pour it out in question papers and exams, and then you become, schooled, and then you have a bachelor's, a master's, and a PhD. No, education is what you do with what you know and how much you're willing to know of the things that are important, practical, creative, and the things that make for greatness in life. That is education. So your ability to understand all this helps your confidence. I am not defined by my legs. As a university academic, I understand, yeah, Oli, good evening. I understand that um 90%, 99% is A. So I don't have my legs, so that means I have 99%. So let's assume my legs, now my leg is 1% or 10%. So even if my legs contribute 10% of my well-being, that means I still have 90. I have my intestine, I have my heart, I have my small and medium, sorry, small and large intestine. I have my liver. I have my heart functioning. I have my brain inside. I have my ears. I have my eyes. I have my mouth, my lips. I have my jaw. I have my every other. I have my hands. Okay, and other things. I won't mention here. You know, now I have those things. So that means I have 90 over 100. That means I still have A. Okay. So if I have A, why is it that I can't concentrate on the 90 and leave the 10% alone? Why? One day, I drove to the village. When I started driving, you know, um, when I started driving, I drove to the village, and one of my uncles was making a very serious force of, oh, you drive. Oh, I heard that you drive speed on the road. I have to be careful. Oh. So you drive. How do you drive? Oh, you drive. The man repeated this thing, repeated this thing. You know, after some time, I got so pissed with that. I said, excuse me, sir, you drive? He said, yes. I drive. I said, yes, you drive. Now, have you ever entered your car before and then come out to carry it on your head? Is it not to press the pedals, the accelerator and the brake, and maybe the throttle if it is not if it's manual? So what's this thing of you drive, you drive? However, I drive, if I can depress, like if I can press down the what do you call it, the accelerator, and then I can press down the brake, whether it's with my hands or with my legs or with my head, that I will drive this car. So what's this thing about you drive, you drive, you drive? What is that? You see, I've been driving for more than 19 years right now, and I've never had accident by His grace. So what's this thing about driving? Drive, you drive, you drive. What is it? So most times people will, you know, use your circumstance to define you, and if you don't take time, you lose confidence. So what's your own? It could be you don't have cash in your pocket. Capital is anything you can capitalize on. So what is the thing you can capitalize on? I have a program coming up, Hit Your Superpower, program. In that program, I want to teach people how to, understand who they are and then be able to walk around. If you have any question, because I'll soon round off. If you have any question, please you put it down there so I can answer you and then join my family um, who are here out for a picnic. Yeah. So now you must understand how to put yourself out there. You must understand how to be stubborn. Yes, you must understand how to say my vote will count. I mean, my voice will count. I mean, my contribution is important. You must understand how to push out your uniqueness out there. You must understand that in this year. So let me repeat what I said um, regarding 5 actions you should take and 5 things you should do and 5 things you must know if you want to have a geometric progression, a quantum leap in your life. I said number one, you must understand the pilot's mindset. The pilot is in the cockpit alone with maybe one or two persons. Why every other person is where? Is at the main ball of the aeroplane. In other words, the captain is comfortable. Captain is comfortable and understand what it means. Yeah, you understand what it means to have loneliness as a companion. loneliness as a companion. When you are lonely, a lot of things are, when I say lonely, I mean being alone. That's not the, not, not loneliness. I don't mean not having people in your life. I mean, capacity to be alone. Yeah, a lot of people are so gregarious. Every time they want to be with somebody, they are running around with somebody. They are, no, you must understand the power of being alone. Okay, so that's one. The first thing. Thank you, Tony. Number two, apart from Tyler's mindset, we say kill TV and tech for use, meaning kill television and tech and use them. Okay, yeah. Or my friend Collins Chinedu said, to be very blunt, I draw strength from your teachings even back then in Imo State University as a student. When I think of the fact that you don't have a complete leg and mine is complete, that is where my strength, confidence come. May God bless you as you continue to impart us. Thank you, my dearest friend, um, Chinedu Collins. Thank you so much. Yeah. So Chinedu said when he was seeing me in the university when he was a student, he said that I use crutches, I walk around without my the head of my two legs. I had to walk around with two crutches. And he would always ask himself, if this guy can walk around with two crutches, why won't I do something for myself? Why won't I be able to stop complaining and do something? Yeah, that's what he says he used to ask himself. And at the end of the day, it was a great way of motivating himself. Thank you, Nedus. This is wonderful. Yeah. Okay. So now we talked about the second one, TV and tech for youth. Don't just go consuming things online that are not helping or contributing directly to who you are becoming. And number three, we said turn pro. In 2023, turn professional, turn pro in what you do. Stop being that person who is just, you are just normal. Yeah, turn pro. Say, oh, I am a professional. I am a um, professional coach. I am a professional writer. I am a professional computer data analyst. I am a whatever it is you do. Yeah, turn pro, become the best in it, not by competing with anybody, the best you can be. That's what we mean. Turn pro. Yeah, don't just be there. Things are coming and passing, and you think that, oh well, yeah. And then the number four, you should have ego's confidence. You know, you see ego. Ego will go and want to carry one big snake to go and eat. Ego will come and want to go and carry elephants. Ego will come. One of my friends, was telling me a story the day Ego came to carry him and his Okada. Yeah, the Ego came and carried him and his Okada. He's just driving Okada like this, and the Ego held his hand and took him up to fly up. But fortunately for him, the you know the Ego held both the handle of the Okada. So dragging the whole thing up became very tedious. Along the way, the ego dropped them. Yeah. Can you imagine an ego coming to carry a full human being? This man at that point was about 28 or thereabout. And the ego came to carry him in the night while he was driving a car. Can you believe it? In fact, he was driving a car and he was carrying somebody. He showed me, this is more than 7 years or so, he showed me the scars still on his body. You see, ego. So you should have ego's confidence doing big things. You should have. In fact, I'm going to do a whole series on this. I do hope I have the time. Even today, when I get home, I could still do online teaching because I want to see how much before I get too busy. This year I want to see how much in the next 1 2 weeks I could help as many people as I could. Yeah. So now that's ego's confidence. Now, vulnerability intelligence, be able to know it may not always go your way. So I'm going to sign off in the next few minutes. If you have any question, I have 1 minute to check if you have questions, and I answer the questions, and then I go. So if you have any question, I'm here to stay a little more. If you have any question, then I can answer, and then we are able to close shop today. Yeah, any question? Any question? Any question? If you have any question, please ask. If you don't, just comment what you've learned today. Yeah. If you have any question, please write it down here. If you don't, you tell me what you've learned so that we can close. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate it for listening. Share this with your friend. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Facebook channel, or wherever you're watching from. Share with your friends, and then get ready for more. Thank you very much. God bless you. Good evening.